I truly didn't understand how much power and influence P. Diddy really had. In the last 72 hours, we have seen plenty of executives and people in other industries step down for their positions related to P. Diddy or could be traced back to him. And yet, he still have a handful of people, and when I say handful, about 3 people so far that I could find, that are sticking up for him and still speaking out for him, making excuses for him, even though there is a video of him physically hurting somebody, statements from multiple different people. But these people that you didn't think was as close to Diddy are still sticking up for him, which kind of makes me curious what they do at those Diddy parties. Now, his other close associates are steady pretty quiet, like Usher, Justin Bieber. Well, actually, he didn't stay quiet. And I said Usher, Justin Bieber, and Mary J. Blige. Now, that's a big one right there. But I went ahead and got the Ray J interview pulled up where he was looking like he was P. Diddy's lawyer.
Considers him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends. He has not spoken out since Diddy's arrest. Joins us now. Appreciate you taking the opportunity.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm happy to meet you. Thank you. What do you want people to know about how these allegations hit you? Had you ever thought you would hear this about the man?
I didn't. And I think it's a different time in this game. And, when you look at our mentors and the people that have kind of shaped this culture, it's important to acknowledge the mistakes that they've made. And we have to hold everybody accountable for what they've done. But I don't think this is a time to tear anybody down, right? Instead, it's a time for this industry and everybody that's going through this and seeing this to learn from the mistakes and create a roadmap for the future of the industry together, right? In unity. It's shocking, and we still kind of in awe. But again, I don't think the focus should be on tearing down the people that we looked up to because they made these mistakes. I think we need to shift the narrative toward growth and toward creating spaces where we can learn from this.
Is it just me, or does it seem like he's just trying to say we should forgive Diddy and move on? That's what I'm taking away from what he's saying right now.
And build for young entrepreneurs that's coming up, who's making money, who's going broke, who's been in homes that have created this energy that they might feel like they don't understand who they are. Like, I think if you catch these things early and try to create these platforms for people to learn it and understand it, it could be positive, going forward. I think so.
In the future, hip hop is as big a cultural influence for my kids, for kids across this country, as it was for me.
The one thing I never liked about hearing these people who are talking about mentoring, entrepreneurship, things of that nature, a lot of the time, how they got their start was not necessarily legitimate or through their own hard work. Yes, they had a handout or they did some underhand to get it started, and eventually their words spoke for themselves. Like, for example, with Diddy. He wasn't necessarily a rich or a very intelligent man. However, he was very crafty and he was willing to do what was needed to be done. Ray J, he had a head start in life with being Brandy's sister. Oh, my bad, I said that wrong. Being Brandy's little brother. It's kind of late, guys. Sorry about that.
And maybe even more. So let's keep the conversation going, and it's great to meet you.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you too, brother.
All right. And actually, I got Ray J. I can't wait for him to hear the next segment. He considers him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends. He is not
Now, in the right, you can see Ray J's post that he was making little comments about it. Core values for leadership, which, again, in itself, it's not a bad thing at all. A lot of these things are good. This filter is kind of hard to see. There we go. Core values, accountability. Leader must take responsibility for their actions and hold their team to the same standards and transparency. Clear, honest communication is the key building trust and lasting relationships. Integrity, success should be rooted in ethical behavior and doing what's right, not just what's profitable. But the thing about that is, though, Ray J's whole persona, everything he has done has been about profit. Even when it comes down to his TV shows, going on Club Shay Shay, saying all these crazy things that he wants to do and his ideas, it's all about profit. Even when he made his tape with Kim Kardashian, all about profit. So for him to have that on there that's something you tell somebody that you want to do, but realistically it most likely doesn't work, or he would have did it himself. Let's see, education and mentorship. I think in mentorship, truthfully, is more important than education depending on the person, because a lot of people can be more street smart and can pick up things in a different way compared to an educational sense. But let's see what he says about that. Okay. Workshops. So I guess he just examined the words and defined it. I was trying to read it as one sentence before, but workshops. Interactive programs to teach ethics, leadership, and real-world decision-making. Again, not a bad thing at all. It just sounds weird coming from Ray J with his networks that he has. What he's saying here is not matching on what he says he wants done. Mentorship. Young leaders need to learn from mentors who have succeeded with integrity and honesty. So is he saying that Diddy had integrity and honesty? Because there is more stories about Diddy being an underhanded monster and not having a shred of integrity and honesty. He knows how to put on that facade, especially when he's around certain people. But behind closed doors or just dealing with people in general, supposedly, allegedly, he's one of the most underhanded people out there. I mean, there's in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be a surviving Diddy. And it's going to be much worse than R. Kelly. And you know what? It's not even going to have actors on there. It's going to be like a Showtime movie. It's going to be so gritty, or Cinemax. Safe workplaces. Now, this one's kind of funny to me because we all know that Diddy did not have a safe workplace. There are all kinds of alleges when it comes to what he would do to have power over people. Now, I can't say that on YouTube, but you could Google it. He got his high by making men and other people do things to him they naturally did not want to do. Let's see, reporting systems. Establish clear, safe ways for employees to report misconduct. Report to who? So if Diddy is your boss, who are you going to report it to? HR can't do nothing. Diddy's the problem. Anyways, leadership audits. Evaluate leaders, not just on success, but on their moral and ethical behavior. Again, sounds really great. But he's putting this up there next to a post he did talking about Diddy, looking like he's Diddy's lawyer. And Diddy doesn't show any of these behaviors. It just doesn't make any sense. And truthfully, I didn't realize Diddy and Ray J was that far apart in age. But then I had to think back that, what was that show called? 101. Diddy had a guest spot on there. They're shifting the culture. Let's see. Highlight ethical leaders. Celebrate those who have succeeded while staying true to their values. Again, great thing to say. Media influence. Use platforms responsibly, sharing positive examples of accountability and transparency. You know, I'm not going to repeat myself like a dead horse in this situation because clearly I'm not going to get anywhere. Let's see. Mental and emotional growth. Again, Diddy is highly alleged for mentally and emotionally harming people. Let's see, mental health. Provide resources to support emotional well-being of entrepreneurs. What is an entrepreneur? I never liked that word because nobody never really defines what an entrepreneur is. You could be working in the streets doing stuff that's against the law and be an entrepreneur. You can use something to fund something else. That's just what it is. I never liked what the word entrepreneur. I still remember that quote about that girl talking about she's an entrepreneur and she does OF and her brother has to check her every single time. I can't think of her name, some white girl. But again, entrepreneur is just people just throw that word out there without really giving a true definition. Character development. Focus on building character, not just business skill. Again, great, but nobody really cares about that. And let's see what his conclusion is. We need to redefine success with the integrity, transparency, and accountability at the core. Let's build a future where young entrepreneurs can lead with purpose and avoid the pitfalls of the past. You know what? I know a lot of people don't like her. The best person who actually fits every single thing that was said on here is Tasha K. Whether you love her or hate her because of the Cardi B thing, Tasha K has sat here and built herself up from the ground up. You don't see her out here asking for donations or for money or help for legal fees. I have seen this woman get hit and knocked down repeatedly, and every single time she gets knocked down, she comes back up higher and better than before. With these comedy tours, her own website. I mean, love her or hate her, every single thing you listen on here fits Tasha K perfectly. And I'm a damn proud of her because she's a Floridian. Let's look at some of these comments too. Ray J was definitely at those parties. I agree. Was the baby oil applied to you or not? That's all you want to know, mate. Okay. Let's see. Ray J always puts them glasses on when he's trying to be serious. LOL. Why they call you for interview? I learned nothing new. Exactly. There was nothing new. He didn't add nothing to this conversation or situation. He just wanted to be seen, and Ray J normally wants to be seen in chaos. So it makes sense of his behaviors if you really think about it. When P Diddy was his mentor, let's go back and look at some past Ray J's interviews or TV shows, even his Club Shay Shay interview. He really doesn't talk about Diddy in that interview at all, as far as I can remember. But you can definitely tell that he's following Diddy's footsteps, at least trying to. Let's see. Everybody just relax. Ray got a new baby oil company. You know what? I was actually trying to look that up. I was trying to see if if Johnson & Johnson baby oil sales went up or down. I couldn't find anything. I was looking for anything in the last 30 days. I was very curious to know, has anything happened with the Johnson & Johnson baby oil, this baby oil in general? I was trying to do a Google search and didn't find anything. I am very curious about that, to be honest with you. Ray, no more interviews on a subject, please. I would agree, because him doing interviews on a subject does make him look more guilty than anything else. Calling Diddy your mentor says a lot. It definitely does. It says a whole lot, because you could have a mentor. And let me be fair here. You can have a mentor that teaches you a lot that can be crooked, because they've been in the game for a very long time. But when it comes to Ray J and you see his characteristics and his behaviors, Diddy as a mentor, this doesn't make any sense. See, nothing Diddy did was a mistake. It was all lifestyle. It definitely was. And supposedly he learned it from his mentors. Diddy and his mentors, excuse me. I'm not going to get into them, so I have no proof about that. But, you know, it's all out there. Everybody's talking about them. Not a big fan. Team Ray J. You're next on chopping block. I don't see Ray J next on chopping block, to be honest with you. The next person I would see next on chopping block would be somebody like Jay-Z, because there's a lot of allegations when it comes to him and Foxy Brown, him and Aaliyah, how he was trying to pursue her too. There's just a lot of things with Jay-Z that's pretty shady. Never mind his, his dealing past. It's just his interactions with people, and when it comes to relationships with women, in the age of, I don't want to say age of consent, but the ages that he was trying to interact with them. There's a lot of questionable behavior there. Anyways, I'm done with that right now. And thank you for bearing with me through that. And I named this video the Diddy Defenders because I just feel that's like the wannabe superhero group for Diddy, the ride or dies. I guess somehow they're gonna feel like Diddy's gonna go ahead and beat this somehow, and they're gonna all live very happily and comfortably sticking by his side. I don't know how Diddy's gonna get through here, but let's see here. Let's hear what Faison had to say about this.
I need y'all to help me.
What do you need help with, Faison?
We all heard about Puffy, and I see a lot of people, yay, yay, yay. I'm confused.
Not surprising.
The Cassie thing, I understand. I think you should definitely lock this nigga up. Put hands on the young lady. But I don't understand the other shit. Can y'all help me? When has being nasty been a federal crime? And I'm glad they told me. I didn't know there was a limit on baby oil. I'm getting a few, because we get ashy. But you get a massage or something or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell us the new rules for niggas. Because maybe they're not new rules, actually, because I think it was 1800s. There was this very famous boxer named Jack Johnson, and he was whooping ass. Everybody ass. But
you know what? When I was younger, I used to think Faison was one of the most funniest people out there as far as the comedic comic world goes, right? But, as he's gotten older, you can see that he's becoming more of a stubborn old man that you just can't tell anything to. He has his mind made up. You can't change his mind. So if he thinks Diddy is going to be innocent or needs some leeway or some grace, he's going to give that no matter what comes out there, it seems like.
Mostly white folks' ass. He was whooping a lot of white folks' ass. And he had a white woman, Mae West. They couldn't stop this black man. So they gave him trafficking. In the 1800s. Taking a white woman across the lines was... If he didn't do that, he wouldn't have stopped. Box. I thought I told you that we won't. Make it make sense. We need to know the new rules. You can't take anybody on vacation. You can't take anybody to Vegas. Damn sure don't bring them to Atlanta. I need y'all to help me because I don't know the new rules. Please tell me what was illegal.
And I would say in a situation like this, the best way to make sure you do not get in trouble or have anything go wrong against you is just to go ahead and find you a good, decent woman. And if you got to travel out of time and you need some stuff, take that decent, good woman that you chose to be with and marry with you. Because if you will mess around these women and they have a bad night with you, it could cause you to lose everything. Or if you don't know how to take a hint of no. I know back in the day it was pretty cool and okay to press up on women and all this other kind of stuff. It's not like that today. After Me Too happened, as you can see, it's retroactive. So that's the best way to get around that. But last but not least, let's get into the last Diddy defender, Boosie. Which, originally I didn't realize that Boosie and Diddy had such a strong connection. But Boosie is just like 10 toes down. Maybe because Boosie actually did time, and that's why he's such a Diddy defender.
Black people happy for a nigga downfall. I don't hear none of them niggas who was at Diddy's shit toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with, man. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
As soon as they say something,
when you're on top of the world, it's a celebration.
Bruh.
When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation.
Bruh. The same motherfucker you see going up, you gonna see coming down.
All them motherfuckers all with them suits on, with their cuffs up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
They ain't, fool. Man, as soon as they say something, they in the crosshair, fool.
Boy, this world, boy.
They say something.
This world, boy.
So you was around Diddy too.
That's why you ain't gonna see too many niggas around me. Who was around me before I went to jail. You don't see too many.
You heard that right when he said, his friend, whoever he's talking to in the background, said, you was around Diddy too. He didn't even address that.
Niggas around me, cause them niggas did me like Diddy people. Black people happy for a nigga downfall. I don't hear none of them niggas who was at Diddy's shit toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with, man. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
As soon as they say something,
when you're on top of the world, it's a celebration.
Bruh.
When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation.
Bruh. The same motherfucker you see going up, you gonna see coming down.
All them motherfuckers all with them suits on, with their cuffs up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
They ain't, fool. Man, as soon as they say something, they in the crosshair, fool.
Boy, this world, boy. This world,
as soon as they say
boy.
something.
This world, boy.
So you was around Diddy too.
And there it is. You was around Diddy too. He never addresses that part. That's why I went ahead and played it twice. He never addressed he was around Diddy too. And after Diddy's house got raided, and all those people in that picture right there, Kevin Hart, DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, obviously, because I should have found that clip, put that on there where I believe Puff said that Jay-Z is the only one that's able to call him Sean. I guess because he saw him as an equal in a sense. And it goes back to the whole entire Ray J thing when he was talking about in the video and decided to the comments. Let me get it pulled back up right now.
Considers him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends. He is.
Fast forward to the end. Accountability and transparency and leadership. Everything he has on here is really great for leadership, great for business in an ideal fantasy world. His mentors were the most underhanded, crooked people out there, allegedly, supposedly. I mean, Jay-Z is a well-known ex-dealer. Diddy is known to do some of the most underhanded, most humiliating stuff to people to make himself feel good. I mean, if you guys are still watching, or if anybody's watching, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get out of here soon. It's late. I'm losing my voice still on top of that. But they always sell us something that's not real, or they try to sell us something that's not real. They're trying to sell us this fantasy of what needs to be done to be a good leader and be successful. But when your mentors are crooks, when your mentors are, I can't say the word, users, when your mentors are people that have took every single underhanded way possible to become successful, legal and otherwise, these core values that you have on here are a dream, because it seems like you yourself don't know anybody that does it in a legit way. Heck, even Brandy, who I think should be a lot bigger than what she is. I think her lane should be up there with Jennifer Lopez, because let's be real here, Jennifer Lopez is known around the world. Brandy, she's more of a nostalgic memory type deal, But Jennifer Lopez has always been a throw in our face, and Brandy has a lot more talent than her. But again, Jennifer rolled with that underhanded crowd. Supposedly, Jennifer did a lot of things for Diddy. I mean, don't get me started on the whole entire TikToker who had her account closed down, and that TikToker passed away, unfortunately. But his sister Brandy, who keeps a healthy distance from him, he even said it on the Club Shay Shay interview, seems to do things the right way, on the up and up. Very talented, beautiful woman. She probably exhibits a lot of these core values that he's talking about. If I had to bet, he probably thought of his sister when he wrote down these core values. He didn't think of Diddy. He just thought of who can I use as an example to support my friend, my mentor, and a man that may have more takes on me other than the Kim Kardashian tape. So he wrote those out, put it down, got on this interview, put on his little suit and glasses, looked like a Diddy lawyer, and is pretty much spoken defense of him. I'm so tired of the Diddy Avengers. I'm so tired of people sticking up for people that just don't deserve it. Just because they have money and power. And again, I didn't realize how much power P. Diddy had until all this stuff happened. And I really do have a gut feeling Jay-Z is going to be the next one to go. But again, if you watched so far, thank you for watching. I'm about to get out of here. It's past midnight. I got stuff to do. Again, comment, subscribe. Thank you again. You all have a great night.
Here's him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends. He has not spoken out since Diddy's arrest. Joins us now. Appreciate you taking the opportunity.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm happy to meet you. Thank you. What do you want people to know about how these allegations hit you? Had you ever thought you would hear this about the man?
I didn't. And I think it's a different time in this game. And, you know, when you look at our mentors and the people that have kind of shaped this culture, it's important to acknowledge the mistakes that they've made. And we have to hold everybody accountable for what they've done. But I don't think this is a time to tear anybody down, right? Instead, it's a time for this industry and everybody that's going through this and seeing this to learn from the mistakes and create a roadmap for the future of the industry together, right? In unity. It's shocking, and we still kind of in awe. But again, you know, I don't think the focus should be on tearing down the people that we looked up to because they made these mistakes. I think we need to shift the narrative toward growth and toward creating spaces where we can learn from this and build for young entrepreneurs that's coming up, who's making money, who's going broke, who's been in homes that have created this energy that they might feel like they don't understand who they are. Like, I think if you catch these things early and try to create these platforms for people to learn it and understand it, it could be positive, you know, going forward. I think so.
In the future, hip hop is as big a cultural influence for my kids, for kids across this country, as it was for me, and maybe even more. So let's keep the conversation going, and it's great to meet you.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you too, brother.
All right. And actually, I got Ray J. I can't.
The most calm I ever heard Ray J. Again, like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a great night.